All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back at it again. Still going strong into 2020. Good morning and welcome back to Fishing. It is mid-December at this point. We are going out for a little fishing trip, little jaunt, if you will. We're going to take the kayak out. It's not very windy, and it's supposed to get, I think, up into close to 50, though it's probably going to be in like the 30s and 40s most of our trip today. We will be throwing on the dry suit to stay safe, obviously, with all the other proper precautions. But we're going to see if we can target some lake trout, get a few good fish, hopefully. Last time I came here, not the last time it was a video here, but last time I fished here, I didn't do too well. So I'm hoping that maybe, you know, I got all that bad fishing out of my system and we're going to get into something. I've been doing fairly well finding fish lately, and I'm hoping today will be no different. So we're going to drive our way over and get on the water. And once I do, you know what we do. We're going to get some fishing accomplished. Stay tuned. All right, folks, here we go. December kayak fishing. Got the dry suit on, bundled up, got my gloves ready. Now we just need the fish. So we are going to look for them, because that's what we do when we are lake trout fishing in the winter. Just monitoring that fish finder, looking for marks, looking for structure, looking for bait. And if we find them, then we stop and we drop. So I will pick you back up when that happens. All right, we're gonna start a little shallower today than we have been in the kayak. We're getting some marks in about 40 or so feet of water. Start by vertical jigging. If that doesn't do the trick, we might even try doing a little casting and very slow retrieves. But let's see if there's anything willing to bite down there. Try a few casts. See if these fish are willing to hit it, covering a little more ground. If we can get them shallow inshore, then I can't see why I wouldn't get them shallow in this spot. And obviously shallow is relative. New spot. See if we can pick something out of 60 feet of water on the Binsky blade bait. Marking something down there. Let's see what this looks like in down scan. Got him. Fish on. Definite lake trout. Not a big one, but feels decent. Just when I was about to question my lure choice. Yeah, he's a little guy. He probably legal too, that's the funny thing. Easy does it. He's legal for sure. He'll make 15, but I'm not looking to keep something this small. Hey, breaking the ice. Nice little lake. Cool. All right, so we're not getting skunked today, so that's the good news. But I'd like to get something a little bigger to make this a worthwhile viewing experience. and maybe even take something home. So let's get it back down there. That fish came on the Binsky blade bait. I think 3/4 ounce, no more than ½ ounce. I'm not honestly sure. Gold color, just vertical jigging. All right, this lake definitely has the potential to get some nice fish. I've never caught anything huge out of here, but I know there's potential for definitely some 8 to 10 pound class Lakers, which would be up there with my PB, which is nothing super large. I'm hoping in the next couple weeks for the holidays we get to go upstate, and I'm gonna definitely go after some large Lakers there for sure in a number of different ways, which I hope you'll stay tuned for. Oh, that just felt like something. But yeah, until then, this is a good practice to get ready for the big show. Prime time, if you will. Because up there, 8 to 10 pounds is no thing. It's nice, but it's like average large, whereas here 8 to 10 pounds is like probably as big as I'm gonna see any fish here. And I've never seen one myself that big. I know they're in here and people have gotten them, but the biggest I've pulled out of here is in like 5 to 6 pound class, which are fun. Might be marking some life down there. There's some weird structure in this spot. Definitely hooked people's lines before. I feel like it might be a tree or something because it looks like fish, but it doesn't sometimes. But obviously the structure itself is a good thing to look out for to find fish. So even if you don't see the fish, just having the structure can be promising. At least that's what I like to say. But don't take my word for it. A lot of people trolling on this lake right now, and that's good for them. It's not my game. I mean, I'll troll for browns, rainbows, salmon, just because they're really tough to jig up unless you really know what you're doing, which I'm not quite there yet. But Lakers, you know, like, I'd rather just get right on top of them and jig them. They're fairly easy to find on the fish finder, and I almost find it more effective just to jig sometimes, because if you just keep it in their face, sometimes they can't help themselves. Oh, damn. What the heck was that? Fish just popped right there. See if whatever that is still around. Nice. I'm not super thrilled about this fog. I'm assuming it's going to start to burn off soon. It's strange that it's here now and it wasn't earlier. You'd almost figure it'd be the other way around, but whatever. We'll keep an eye on it. We got GPS. No one could be moving too fast in this lake. So to pick up with what I just said, when I say that no one can move too fast in this lake, it's because there is a electric only restriction on this lake. So no one's going to fly right into me with this fog. But going back to the original point, the fog actually wouldn't lift. And while it wasn't that cold out, it was a very cold, like just raw fog. And after about an hour or two of just staying pretty close to shore, I didn't really want to get too far away from where I could see the shore. I just basically just threw in the towel. It wasn't really happening, and I don't know, I just wasn't very comfortable. Not even just in terms of the fog, but I was just getting really frigid. So I called it a day, and I decided to pick up the next day with some more fishing. So let's resume with that. All right, folks, we are back. I'm guessing this is probably the second part of the video that I just started yesterday. Fishing out in New Jersey didn't go so well. Got that one fish, and then the fog just, well, you saw the footage. So we're back at it. We're fishing in New York now, drinking water reservoirs. We're gonna see if we can get on some shore fish. Hoping to get at least one fish. We got one fish, I figure I got a video, but we're probably have to work for him. It's pretty nice out, around 50 degrees, so hopefully there's not too many people out there, but time will tell. Stay tuned. Here we are. Let's see if we can get in that pre-dawn bite. Just throwing the old Sabile blade bait. Getting it down. See if we can get on a lake or a brown. Trout it is. Right. Trying the blade bait. Now that we've got a little more sun, won't feel as bad about losing it. Got him. Or not. Is that a fish? Oh, wow. What do you know? All right, we're not getting skunked. Not at all what we're looking for, but cool. Little perchy. All right. Something. At least we're not getting the total L today. But we can do a lot better than that. Especially after that fish we lost here last time. Gotta get some redemption. Know there's some monsters in here. Everyone's getting on the water today. It's beautiful out. Feels like April right now, not December. But I don't know if that means anything in New York. Got to make sure each time you cast it out there, for these lake trout, you get it on the bottom. Don't just cast it and start reeling. You got to wait sometimes in this deep water, you know, 40, 50 feet plus, good minute for it to hit the bottom. Not to say they won't hit in the middle, but at least know where you are relative to the bottom. If you start reeling right away, your line's just going to swing back and you're not going to get nearly as much bang for buck per cast. And each cast really counts, unless the bite is hot. Which in a pressured lake like this, you don't ever count on. It's nice when it happens, but you got to go in there really expecting to work for the fish. One more. Nothing, we move on. Now we play the sinking game. Just watch the line sink. Till it hits the bottom, you just keep letting it go. Sink, sink, sink. Still sinking. And we're on bottom. It is so much calmer than it was last time. It's insane. All right, nothing. Let's keep moving. All right, so we're gonna keep moving. One thing I'm trying to do is not give up too much time in any one spot. Give it like 10, 15 minutes, depending on what kind of action we're getting. If it's anything like last time, you know, if you don't get anything with the lure, I'm not gonna give up my whole day in one spot. It's a big lake, there's plenty of spots to get in. I have waders on. So if we don't get anything like the first 5-10 minutes, let's say 10-15 minutes, just keep moving. Fish and bait, it's a different story. Bait, you gotta play the waiting game a bit more, but lures, just keep going. I guess this way. Is that a fish? No, that's bottom. Damn it. Come on. We just got snagged, so it's time to tie another lure. because that's the name of the game when you shore fish for lake trout. Got to find the structure to find the fish, and sometimes when you find the structure, you catch the structure. Well, I'm about to lose all my lures. That would not be cool. No, thank you. Let's get all those in and get it back out. All right, let's try again. Already down 2 lures. Strong start, strong start. But at least we caught a perch. It's not all loss. All right, again, against my better judgment, here goes the blade bait. But whatever, I bought him to catch fish, so I'll just express them back. Beautiful day out. No arguing that. Oh wow, just as we're about to give up. Just as we're about to give up, folks. Oh, that's a decent one too. Yes, indeed. Where, oh where is the net? He ain't huge, but we just beat the skunk. Let's not eat crap now. All right. Whew. That was a close one, folks. Good gosh. Good God. He ain't that big, but happy to see him on the other side of the line. Now let's not get hooked. What did you do? And somehow he unhooks himself through to lake trout form. These are like the Houdinis of fish. They're so good at just getting unhooked. All right. Whew. Not gonna drop in the rocks. Get a look at them. Cool. All right, we beat the skunk. Thank goodness. That would have been really, really rough. As we got footage from another trip that by itself really wasn't enough, but we got that fish. And just to highlight, in case I cut it all out, which I'm gonna cut a lot of it, we've been fishing for coming up on like 3.5 hours at this point, and all we've caught was a perch. And I think part of the reason for that is we've really been just hammering deep water, and it hasn't been happening. This water isn't shallow, but I think it like tops out at maybe, 10 feet over here and maybe 15 to 20 out where I'm getting the most at, whereas before I was fishing 40 to 50. And while that is where I typically want to find lake trout, it wasn't happening, so I made a very drastic switch. We're in shallower water, though it is very rocky here, and we have a lot of wind in our face too, so I think all these factors might have led to this being the spot. But let's see if we can get 1 or 2 more bites before we call it. I don't have that much left in me. I'm just happy we beat the skunk, and now we got a video. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Tough fishing for sure, but at least we got on something. Sorry, I've been like hammering the same kind of spot, same kind of fishery repeatedly. Obviously the options are getting quite limited this time of year, but I promise you the next couple videos, if they happen, are definitely not going to be here. That is, if they're within the next month or 2. So definitely stay tuned for that. Got some exciting stuff that I'm looking forward to shooting and hopefully catching in the near months to come, or near month to come. But yeah, thank you as always for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you have, thank you so much. Leave a comment if you got any suggestions or things you want to see me do. Please put that down there. But we will get back to you soon. And as always, goodbye from Fishin'.